northeast side of the city is growing at such a rapid pace, and I don't think most of the people realize how many new homes we have coming up in that area. As I go through and look at, you know, up Grandview and all the way over to Parkway going north, all that's getting ready to get new houses. There's already a big project going at Grandview and Yukon, and that doesn't count all the stuff happening up at Parks Bell. And in those two areas, there's probably another bunch of houses going behind Bass Pro Shop, which people probably don't know about. With those three projects, you know, you're probably looking at somewhere around 10,000 homes that are, you know, they won't all get built at once, but you know, they're breaking ground and they're selling, and so it's we got major growth going on, and it's all up in that part of town, which just makes traffic worse, and water and sewer and everything else harder to provide. So for a change, we're trying to get ahead of the curve, and that all started, you know, all this is part of the plan. When I first got on council in 2020, we started with the water treatment plant. It's hard to believe it's been almost 6 years, but it's almost done. And we couldn't have got it done without a great council, Dietrich White, Maury Willis, and Tom Sprawls. We decided to float certificates of obligation to do that, $100 million. And this is just, like, I guess the end of that. We knew that the water treatment plant needed to be overhauled. It was not efficient, didn't have enough gallons of water treated that we could service the community with. And so, you know, it was only built for 45 million gallons, and with the new influx of population, you know, it's going to be up to 55 million. So, you know, so for a change, we're ahead of the curve for a change, is all I can say. I'm really proud of the fact, but that happened 6 years ago. So this is just the rest of that planning. That water storage tank up there that's going to go up at Parks Bell, you know, that's really been on the drawing board for a long time. It's just that nobody could figure out how to pay for it. We did. So beyond the pump stations, and we got the water tower, and people don't realize that the Parks Bell Ranch up there and up in that area, that's the highest point in the city. So if my information is correct, and you know, that tower being up there elevated, and the fact that everything from there is downhill, you know, it should help pressures, is my understanding, a lot without having to pump. And so I'm really excited that we're ahead of the curve instead of behind the curve and trying to catch up. It seems like since I've been on council, that's all I've been trying to do is catch up, because a lot of previous councils didn't want to float certificates of obligations to take care of infrastructure. And sometimes, you know, nobody likes debt, but sometimes you just got to do it. And I think not having to boil water, Alex and his crew have done a great job. Our line breaks are way down, and the valves are working. We got really a lot of positive things going. Got a lot to do, but we've got a lot of positive things going.
So this is a great expansion project for our north upper pressure plane for the city of Odessa. So the benefits that we're going to see is that this is going to be able to provide for future expansion for the north side. We are looking at adding an additional tower with some infrastructure. So this is going to help with pressures across the system on the upper pressure plane, and with volumes that we're able to push for growth. Well, right now we're just seeing a lot of growth in the upper pressure plane. We have a lot of new residential properties that are there. We have a lot of commercial properties that are being looked at for this portion of the city. And then we're also putting in the sports complex on the upper pressure plane. So this is going to help provide all of those necessary volumes and pressures for that upper pressure plane. This is huge for commercial businesses. As we can tell, they need water. This is going to provide you know, the volumes, pressures, plus with the new infrastructure that we're looking at for the new tower, it's going to provide all of those volumes to be able to push through the new distribution lines to the tower and keep all of those pressures, like we said, within that tower.